We got Black C in the building.
I gotta get out y'all feelings, man. I'm telling you,
Hey,
this
for
is
real.
serious right now. You gotta get out your feelings. Get in your bag, baby. Get in your bag.
Yeah.
I'm looking over these numbers, yeah, I'm making a killer. You got a problem with it, then I'm ready and willing. Equipped with much strip, you can see that it's spilled. I'm in my bag, bitch, and
You and your feelings.
I'm in my bag, bitch, and
You and your feelings.
I'm in my bag, bitch, and
You and your feelings.
That's a bad place.
see that it's spilled. I'm in my bag, bitch, and you and your feelings. I'm in my
So y'all already know what's going on, man. Hey, it's Tap In with T Vix and Miss Dean, man. We live with Black C from RBL Posse, the legendary group. Oh, man,
Yes,
from the Bay, what's going on with you, big dog?
Oh man, living, man. You know, happy I got this second win, man. You know, on this microphone, man. I'm juiced up now. You feel me?
Yeah.
And so it's pretty amazing, honestly, how you have kind of converted over with the times. Not too many artists can do that. Like you relevant and your lyrics as you switched it up so much from then and now. It's crazy. So applause to that.
That's just paying attention to what's going on, you know, because I eat, sleep, and drink this music. And once you lay off from it, that's why some dudes they come in rapping like, you know, old school Grandmaster Flash or something like that. It's you're right, exactly. So you gotta.
I'm gonna say this though.
You know, in tune with what's going on.
I'm gonna say this, you definitely in tune with what's going on, but I gotta applaud you keeping the sound. I feel like the sound still there. Like when I'm listening to it, it's like it's still that. That we love, and man, we gonna celebrate. Man, I'm telling you, man, when y'all came on the scene, man, y'all came in like a thief in the night. I mean, y'all came out of nowhere, because you know they come out of where they come out there, LA. They come out LA. They come out Oakland. Right. Man, y'all came out of where they don't come out of from.
Right. People didn't expect Frisco to come like that. You know, they was like, hold on, wait a minute, they from Frisco? It was like, yeah. Hold on, man. You know,
how did y'all feel? Was it a little bit of extra pressure coming from Frisco, coming from that spot like that?
A whole lot of pressure, because you know Frisco was associated with, you know, the LGBTQ community or whatever. You know, we got the Castro district, and you know Frisco was like the mecca. You know what I mean? Gays and whatnot. So you know what I mean. So that's why we was like, man, hold on, we got to make a statement. They don't realize it's a dark side out here. We got a bunch of projects and shit out here too. A lot of them. You know what I mean?
And I was asking that because what you from? What part of San Francisco?
I'm from Hunters Point.
Hunters Point. And I was asking my husband, I'm like, man, because that's what I've known it for. I'm like, man, this is crazy. Like, I thought they was rich out there, you know, but then I heard your story and how y'all have went through so many trials and tribulations as a group. And I was amazed and inspired that y'all even overcame, which we'll talk about some of them obstacles, but like how y'all even overcame that stuff and became as big as y'all did.
Man, you know me, when I got out that juvenile facility, man, it was a blessing that I had my OG partner. Well, he hung with us, but he was hella older than us. He was about 5-6 years older than us. A dude named Budweiser, and he was into the music. You know, I was having my money. I was a young dude, you know, having my paper, and he just told me to invest in him and buy some equipment. And I ended up buying equipment, and that was like a distraction that kept me off the block, because I got right back out, been probably still gang banging, you know, slanging dope, and I didn't really have no time on the block. I got addicted as soon as I turned that music on and started playing with it and tinkering with the sounds and all that. And I never.
So music was somewhat a savior for you.
Oh, most definitely.
That's dope. That's dope.
We talking to one of the most legendary groups of all time, and it's RBL Posse. I seen one. I think it's one of the richest men in the world. Somebody had asked him to name a top 5 rappers. They like, he named RBL Posse. You know what I mean? For real, it was like one of the richest men in the world. It was like, it's a video out there, man.
Right,
it's like, man, it's crazy, man. Y'all start off, you, Mr.C, you know what I mean? Y'all doing your thing, and like I said, no smoke, no bammer, weed that came out. How that feel when the block really took to it?
Man, that was I kind of knew it was gonna kind of blow up, because what I did, I put it out locally. It was called "Don't Give Me No Bammer Joint." We don't smoke that shit in Hunters Point. So I threw it out there, and it caught like wildfire just in the neighborhood. So I knew I had something with that song. Mr.C wasn't on that version. It was me, my boy named Tita Lee, and a dude named Rob. So when I decided to go to the studio, I told Mr. C, like, bro, I'm ready to switch that Bammer Weed song up, the Bammer Joint song up. And he was like, is that right? I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to get Filmo, Sunnydale, all them involved to where, you know, they don't want to play the shit. You know what I mean? Because if you saying their neighborhood or you mention names, that was the thing back in the days that I learned from Too Short. When you name a couple of the top dog dope dealers, ballers or whatever, whatnot, they gonna play it. You know what I mean? So that's what we want to do. Is like, let's bring Frisco in. Yeah, that influence. So we said, let's bring Frisco in.
The crazy part about this is, in real time, we in Ohio. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just, we in Akron, Ohio. Like, we listening to that music. Like, we getting it. I'm like, you making it for the block, but we like, don't give me no Bammer Weed. Like, we need some, like, we on the same shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a young boy.
Different time zones, but we on the same
I ain't gonna lie, I'm younger than you. I'm a younger than you, but I got an older brother.
Yeah.
And you was his favorite rapper. You know what I mean? So he RBL going through the house all day. We listening to, you know, you his favorite rapper. So I'm like, man, he playing that. And I'm like, we got the first record. I mean, how I come from California all the way to Ohio, and it was independent.
Yeah, what happened was too, we had a lot of people that was in schools. We had this program out here called the Mega Boys Club, who was taking like dudes getting out the juvenile system, and they was helping them get involved in like setting them up for like college and stuff like that. So it was a lot of our folks out here that took that first album it dropped. It was like perfect timing to where they were sending them, the program had just started. They started sending them out like to Morehouse, different colleges in Atlanta, down there, down in the South, and in some of them in the Midwest. And it just, they took it with them, you know what I mean? And they kind of put people on. And also I got to give props to In a Minute, even though they kind of fucked us and didn't pay us and whatnot. They gave us distribution. You know, even though we was out the trunk, we still had that distro through them, and they got it out there. You know what I mean?
That's dope.
So I got a question. I got a dope question. Now, you did music in the 90s. You did music in the 2000, 2010, 2020. What's the difference? So you said independent. So y'all independent, but y'all got a distribution deal through In a Minute. How did that work out? How did y'all get that?
Well, I had, so like, well, you know, they when people started, what happened was I pressed up my first 1,000, it was cassettes at the time. I pressed up the first 1,000 cassettes, and I went to each stores in Frisco and left a couple on consignment. And after I did that, they sold out hella fast. You know, after we probably gave out about 200 of those, and just to get people to play it and get other people put on it where they go start looking for it in the record stores. So when they came in the record stores, they sold out. They start calling me back like, I need more. So the 1,000 went fast. So I went and pressed up 5 more thousand, and that's when I ended up getting I went over to In a Minute Records, and TC, my boy TC, was with Totally Insane. He had already had them set up over there. So we took the albums over there to 5,000, left them with him, and he was just like, bro, they already selling out. He was like, man, I'm trying to just do a deal with y'all. He said, all I'm ready to do is pay y'all the $5 for those, get y'all the 25,000 for that, and I'm ready to get you another 10,000 for me to do the distribution. You know what I mean? It'd be exclusive distro. So I was like, man, hell yeah, I'm trying to hit the block with that paper. I was just like, man, you know.
And y'all literally, you're speaking as going through the experience, but really y'all done hit some top charts and some huge platforms. Like,
especially when we got that distro deal. Once we got that distro deal, it was over with. That's when we started hitting them charts and stuff, and it just took off like crazy.
That's amazing.
We toured on that album for about 2 years though, too. You know,
Billboard magazine, top R&B hip hop, hot chart, peak number 16. I mean, y'all was doing y'all thing, man. That's just to throw it. I can't throw the whole resume out. Y'all was running things, man. I think it's safe to say y'all was doing some stuff.
92 to 95.